Terrible. The biggest story in the league. The Lakers fear they could be without LeBron James for some significant period of time because of the foot injury he suffered in the third quarter Sunday against Dallas. I remember that he popped up and finished this game. And Monica, you were here with me yesterday, and we thought, wow, it appears as though they have dodged a bullet. Well, maybe that is not quite the case. Here's the man who knows all. Woj is up with us early this morning. Woj, for those who've not seen your reporting, what is the latest on LeBron?
Greeny, the fear is that LeBron James could miss several weeks with this right foot injury that he suffered Sunday against Dallas. More testing, more evaluation, certainly as soon as today on LeBron James. But, you know, with just weeks left in the season, a Laker team that is still trailing 10th place in the West, the final play-in spot by a game, there is concern that James may be out several weeks. And even with a Laker team that has, according to ESPN's analytics, the easiest remaining schedule, certainly an uphill climb to get into the postseason, and uncertainty about not only when LeBron James might be able to return this season, but if he'll be able to return. I think there'll be a clear view on the extent of the injury and a potential timeline here shortly, Greeny. But the fear is LeBron James will be out several weeks.
Brutal, right? I mean, Monica, I don't really have a better word than that, right? Just brutal. I mean, it appears it's almost bringing you to tears.
It makes me emotional.
She's got a little contact issue. But I mean, you and I talked about it yesterday.
Yep.
The entire basketball world holding its breath as he was saying he thought he heard a pop. And then it seemed everything was okay, but then he's limping, and now this.
This is the nightmare when it comes to the Lakers. As much as we marvel at what LeBron has been able to do over 20 years of his career, time and Father Time is still to some degree undefeated. And any of us that have battled any sort of foot injury, even if it is at a minimum a plantar fasciitis bit, that's something that you just cannot play on. And there's only several weeks left in the season, to echo what Woj said. Now, for me, I hadn't jumped into this team being in the 6th seed. Do I think this is a team that still can make a push and be in that play-in? Yes, but obviously this is a devastating industry.
I had jumped. I had jumped. You know me.
You did.
I fall easy. I fall in love very easily. Woj knows. He was making fun of me all weekend long as I was doing all the mathematical probabilities. Woj was looking at me, 17-5. That's the way, because I saw it. I mean, they looked like they were putting something together. And LeBron, quite candidly, let's just have a moment. Woj just said it's if, not when, he comes back this year. If his season is over, I don't know that everyone appreciates, because their record is not very good. The unprecedented greatness. At the age of 38, he has had the greatest season relative to his age of any player of all time.
He has absolutely been tremendous, Greeny. But I think what we've seen happen in the past 2 seasons when it comes to LeBron is we are unable to connect his greatness to a team that has not performed well. When you look at the standings, we are accustomed to LeBron in the postseason. We are accustomed to LeBron teams making deep runs. And so there's been this disconnect of sorts. I mean, you even think to him breaking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record this year, and the kind of awkwardness that surrounded that particular day. So individually, there is no doubt how great LeBron is. He continues to push the needle and move the standard in terms of what greatness can look like in our league. But it is still a team sport, and so I think we wrestle with kind of connecting the two, particularly for a storied franchise like the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, look, I mean, the season isn't good enough. No one is questioning that, but LeBron is not the one to blame. Again, Woj, just a final word, however you want to put a ribbon on this. Again, you told us that we should expect some news on this perhaps as soon as today.
That's right, Greeny, a clear timeline, but Monica said it. Since he's turned 38 years old, nearly 32 points a game, 9 rebounds, 7.5 assists in the 20 games since LeBron James turned 30.